Yeah, maybe all men are the same. Let me explain. Okay, so I was thinking about this over the weekend, well, really last week, and it came to my mind, and I was thinking about like all the videos I see about people saying statements like all men are this or all men are like this, da da da. And you can reverse and say all women are like this, all things are like this. And I wanted to kind of go into like why that from those people's perspectives, they're kind of right, right? So, for example, like they're talking about all men, let's say in dating, right? They're talking about all men that are currently dating, not all men, right? So, when most people hear the all men statement, I feel like a lot of us are just thinking they're putting them in the box. And again, that's just like a thing of today. Like when people are feeling passionate and emotional, they're not really being critical thinkers, right? And it reminds me of something my dad told me. He says, there are a lot of critical critics, but not enough people to critically think. You know, I don't know. But that was just like a cool thing. It sounded awesome. But so let's kind of go into that, right? So women are saying all men are the same, all men are like this when it comes to dating. Well, they're only a select, if we look at the numbers, right? They're only a small percentage of men who are actively in the dating pool or successful in the dating pool, right? What does that mean? That probably means that the people who are actively, let's say playing the game, let's compare it to a game, dating game. They have similar characteristics. There are certain characteristics that are helping them to succeed in dating, while the other people, other men who are mostly find themselves offended when they hear these statements, they're not winning in that regard, right? So, not to say like it's a bad thing, right? But typically, the people who get mad about these large blanket statements are people who are not even in the game, are involved in this situation. And I know it's kind of crazy, like think this way, and I may be wrong for having that ideology, but I'm going to kind of go into more details with another example. So, all women are the same. Or like I can't even, let me go deeper to the all men are the same. One person can say all men are the same. That's from their anecdotal experience. So that's another reason why they are correct in some way. But like if we're talking about plain old tax, brass tacks, no, they're wrong. Right? They're not. You can't put everyone in that statement. But let's say a young lady is going through relationship problems, da, da, da. Maybe all those men that she keeps running into are just the men that she's interacted with or she finds attractive. And I feel like, and I guess this kind of gets into the point of what I'm saying in this video. When do we get to a point of understanding that when we have these statements and we're blaming so and so for doing this, all women are doing this, all men are doing this, how about you find the people who aren't doing that? And I know it's hard. Like I've spoke with people about dating and all the things. It's easy to get caught up in the cycles of being attracted to the same people. And it's kind of changed my perspective on really how we think about relationships and the things we are involved in because at the end of the day, feelings are not logical. Like, and I know it takes a level of self awareness to try to think critically about your emotions, to try to understand the reasons why all the men or all the women you interact with give you the same results. And again, I kind of caught you all with like kind of a clickbait in a sense, but it's true. One thing is true. The thing that's always true when someone says a statement is that they are involved. What role do you play in the relationships? What role do you play in accepting all these ain't crowd people in your life, you know? If you can tell us all the traits of all these people, and you see people who don't have those traits, and they're not even on your radar, what does that say about the things that we hold true about attraction, about what is actually valuable, you know? I'm gonna kind of go back and revert on men, right? So men had this thing that happens where they say all men are the same. I mean, all women are the same in dating sphere, right? And who are all these women, right? It's the women who are seen as the most attractive, the most things, the ones you cover the most, the one that you have to prove yourself for, or whatever. It's like you have a choice. Everyone has a choice. And if these are the people who you want and you know they're not good, let's just stop blaming people. Let's stop trying to also put everyone else, the whole genders involved, because you keep choosing the ain't crap person because you want to be the exception to the rule. If a player's going to play, he's going to be a player, and you're just going to be one of the games he plays. If she is going to have a trick and she's going to use you, you're just going to be one of the people who fall for the tricks. These are things that we have control of. And once we realize that it's all our perception, that we are the ones who are choosing these people, all the men, all the women, you can't you can't blame anyone else. You can't look and say, oh, it's all men's fault. No, you just keep choosing the people who are not for you. And they will never be for you. And it's like, I think it's an issue. The biggest thing is that people are trying to have their cake and eat it too. And it just doesn't happen. I'm sorry, young lady, gentlemen, it just won't work, bro. It's just not how it works. So, do you agree? Do you think all, from my little pseudo argument, I guess, all men and women are the same in your eyes? These are the people you're choosing. So yeah, all the women and men you're entertaining, yeah, they may just be all the same. Because you keep choosing them, you dumb bum. I'm sorry. I got a little emotional there. But that's the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this little brief tangent, this little clickbait of me saying all men are the same and all women are the same, and why that is kind of true, but it's at the same time. That's one thing I like about words and like how the human existence it's hypocritical at times. It's a paradox. It's paradoxical things we are. I love it. See you on the next video. This is Roy versus the world. If you disagree with what I'm saying, or you kind of want to expound upon it more, comment your perception of what I just talked about. If you're gonna get super logical on me, like, dude, I understand, but just listen, listen first, and then we can have a conversation. But yeah, like, comment, of course, want to hear your thoughts, and subscribe. See you in the next Royal versus the World.